they get a lead, and then they don't let go of it. They make it bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and they just win.
We've got a draft starting up very shortly, but let's talk a little bit about OG before to give them their due. They're a really young and exciting team. 2-1 against Na'Vi was maybe not the dominant performance people were expecting, but Na'Vi is still a strong side, so doing well there. B-Cop, talk to me a little bit about what OG have been doing really well and why people should be so excited about this young squad.
I think OG still kind of play like this fun. They're keeping like the trademark OG, do things differently. Like that offlane void the other day that went 1-0 and 20. Like we were talking about what's going to go here, what's going to go there, and they still had that mindset. They still knew what they were going to do, and it was very interesting to see a team with probably not that much tier 1 top of the line. Like we're facing teams at the top of the DPC experience, kind of feeling comfortable in that seat. That's a lot of pressure to come in, not only into tier 1, but under the brand of OG. I think that's very important to remember. Like you're representing a big team. Like that's a big shoes to fill. And they've kind of come in and done so very quickly. And there's a lot of hype behind this team because of how well they've been playing. So, you see things with a little bit of different drafts, maybe, even their standard drafts look very tight. And I think one game against Na'Vi was a little shaky, but overall, I think the DPC in this event, they've looked really good. It's been very exciting.
Well, they're picking up that Mars Amar, the F-Man's, one of his favorite heroes, and Snapfire as well. Another classic for, I assume is that a Misha hero? Does Tiger play Snapfire a lot as well?
10 seconds.
It's probably just open because the Snapfire Mars lane is very, very strong. Like it's one of the strongest dual lanes in the whole game. So I'm sure they have that option. And I'm going to keep that option open for themselves.
It is Tiger's top played hero, actually, so perhaps it's a Tiger one, but we'll see. Team Spirit picking up the Io and the Storm Spirit. Black, talk to me about these two opening picks. We've seen quite a lot of Toronto Tokyo Storm Spirit, am I correct in saying?
Yeah, it's definitely one of his better heroes, and Io, especially early on, goes really well with that Storm Spirit because like if he's ever low on mana and health, you can just refill him instantly, and then as soon as that happens, you can like smoke and make the map very scary for the enemy team because they're like, Storm has no mana, no resources, so they probably feel safe for like 10-15 seconds. But Io just refills his mana, health, and let's go. And of course, Io in general is just an insane hero. Like so many good pairings with that. Like on the off lane, on the safe lane, the hero is maybe a tad too strong, People have been asking for some nerfs here and there, but didn't happen yet. Soon, TM.
If you're OG, what are you looking to ban out to prevent the IO from being even stronger?
Slardar, I feel like has been very strong with IO, right?
Yeah. I mean, there's just so many to really ban out, though. Like Slaughter, like Nightstalk that they banned out is super strong with it. And the carries, there's like Luna, there's Gyrocopter, Faceless Void, Slark. There's just way too many heroes to ban out if you have an IO. Because you can't just go anywhere. It could even be an offlane IO that OG played a lot of TI. Very versatile.
Seems unlikely. I've not seen Collapse play an offlane IO, but perhaps. I mean, he's got a large enough hero pool, and we did see him expand that pool a little bit last on Monday. So, whatever we can see. Team Spirit banning out that Invoker, one of BMZ's classic heroes. I want to talk a bit about BMZ actually, because we saw him in the match on in the DPC absolutely destroy Miracle in the mid lane. It's so impressive as a mid lane hero to do really, really well like that against such an old and experienced player like Miracle.
I mean, he also really put the fight to no one. When in that Lina Lash matchup, like he doubled his CS, doubled his denies, and I mean he is, when it comes to just pure laning, he's definitely one of the top dogs right now in the world probably. So mechanically gifted.
What picks would you like to see Spirit pick up here into the next round, B-Cop?
I'm trying to figure out what they're going to do with Miposhka and if he's going to find himself in the IO, because they banned Weaver and Bane, which is two of the picks that Miposhka's really been liking recently for OG, and they banned those out. And Miposhka in these fights, he's so important for Spirit. Like him on his Bane is just the most impressive thing to watch. So I'm really waiting to see what they want to pull out for Miposhka and if it's going to end up being that IO, because I'm biased. I'm a support player. And he's like my guy to watch always. It's like, oh no, Collapse. Oh yeah, Toronto Tokyo. It's like, no, Miposhka. I always watch him. It's like when you pay attention when like X Nova was on LGD. And like the thing you talked about the most was like his warding was crazy, and everybody would watch X Nova for his warding. I watched Miposhka for like not only his warding, but his team fight is like so on point, making sure he can save people, especially on that Bane. So I'm kind of wondering what he's gonna throw out there coming in next.
Do you think those OG bans are collapse targeted? Is that an offlane Kunker ban, or are they looking to ban it? Because they banned out the OD just now, which is a classic collapse hero. Well, not a classic; it's one of the newer collapse heroes.
Yeah, the offlane pool seems a little small, but I mean, it's collapse. He probably is well prepared for situations like these. There's still Necrophos. There's still Slaughter. Could be a Chaos Knight. Could be even like a Doombringer.
There's still the Tide as well. They banned out.
Still
they
Tide,
banned out
yeah.
5 seconds remaining.
But Disruptor is really strong against Tidehunter, so we'll see. Man, this OG team fight right now looks really scary. Arena, Kisses, and Disruptor ult is so hard to fight into.
It's a lot of circles.
Yeah, we all love our circles.
OG
Classic.
should have a lot of options here for BZM because he's the last 8 matches he's played eight different heroes.
Yeah. I mean, against Storm,
got that hero pool.
What's going on? Like, Ember is pretty decent against Storm. And I could just pull out the Lina. A little bit more risky though.
Well, they've banned out the Ember, so they've banned out Ember.
Oh, Ember's actually banned already. Yeah.
Ember,
So,
Invoker, Puck. 3 things
those
he's played
missing.
in those
What
last
do you
stage.
like? Void Spirit still in the pool.
Void Spirit still in pool, yeah. Like Storm Spirit in general seems to be exactly what Team Spirit needs, you know. Like they have this overwhelming team fight on OG already, and this early Storm pickup can really like open the map up really nicely. They get a solo kill here and there. Io can relocate in. Oh, there's a collapse hero. Could be paired with the Io. Doesn't have to be.
BZM went.
Go ahead. Sorry.
BZM went Lina in that first game against Navi, right? So is that an option, Black? I feel like that might.
It is
Burst
like,
damage. Like it
gives Storm a lot of problems too. So it's definitely an option, and it goes very well with Mars, Snapfire, and then Disruptor because they can easily protect the front line. So yeah, Lina definitely an option. Leshrac could be an option as well because they don't really have the most tower damage right now.
If you're OG, do you look to
Hoodwink.
pick up your mid hero in this phase? Just because there's so many mid heroes already banned out that if they delay, it feels like there's going to be a very small pool. Is that what you do, or do you take it last just for the surprise factor?
I think it would make sense to just pick up now because they already showed their off lane and mid lane. So you can definitely just pick a good matchup against that Storm Spirit because Spirit doesn't have last pick and their last pick is going to be a carry, right? And then you can just pick a good carry matchup for yourself. I think that makes the most sense. But then again, it's OG, so.
Who plays the snap? I don't think I've. Oh, Mirror normally plays the snap, which probably puts Miposhka onto the IO.
You mean Hoodwink?
Yeah, sorry, Hoodwink, yeah.
Yeah.
I've got my new
TA
heroes
actually.
mixed up. TA, okay.
Okay. It could be a carry TA, it could also be a mid TA. That's
If it's a mid TA, do you like it?
No, I think it's going to be Uragi TA, and I think they're going to pick a more active mid.
10 seconds remaining.
Because the way Ama likes to play Mars, he farms a lot.
5
And if you have a mid
seconds
TA who also farms a lot, and then pick another carry that will also naturally farm a lot, there might not be enough space on the map for all that, especially against the Storm IO Legion. Very scary.
We did discuss on Monday, though, that OG are a team who do like to farm a lot. So maybe, you know, all three
It's
cores.
always possible. Always possible.
Got two fairly greedy supports as well. But they think it's going to be a carry TA because they're banning out the Queen of Pain. I
Yeah.
imagine the Lina will be the next ban as well, if that's the line there.
Yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense with the land they have. And
So
then
what did Team Spirit need to fall out of this draft? They've already banned out the Luna on OG.
it's a tough carry pick, honestly. It really is. Like Snapfire Mars is one of the strongest dual lanes in Dota. So whatever carry you pick there is going to have a pretty rough time. Your best bet is probably a hero that can lane decently well against them, like an Ursa, like a Gyrocopter, someone that doesn't lose the lane. Maybe even a Razor that we've seen pretty popular lately.
OG's turn to ban.
Just like a lane dominator. Because like if you give Mars free farm, he gets fast armed, pushes the tower, you just give so much map control away.
Fair enough.
They need-
Go ahead, Peacock.
Feels like Spirit also need another stun. Like they've been liking Wraith King
10
in the
seconds
safe lane. I know they played the Sven in the safe lane too for Spirit.
Yeah.
5 seconds
Also
remaining.
pretty good picks. It's just the lane is a little hard against Mars and
Yeah.
Snapfire potentially. It's gonna be interesting to see what they think is actually the right pick here. Because it's not an easy carry pick, I think. Like if I'm in Yatoro's shoes right now, I'm like, this looks kinda good, but not great. Same as this, and yeah.
He's got pretty broad shoes though. He can fit a lot of carry heroes in his shoes.
Yeah.
He's got shoes that can zip off and become sandals at a moment's notice. They're going to ban out that morphling though. We've got a couple of seconds left for Team Spirit's final pick.
10
What
seconds
we've spoken a little bit about OG. Looking at those bans, what do you
5
expect their final pick
seconds
will be as well? If you were to predict.
Still
Probably
thinking
just a
Lina.
cookie cutter Void Spirit. Yeah. Or Lina, of course, because they like to farm a lot. Void Spirit would be any other team's pick, but because it's OG, they might pick the Lina. The Troll, okay. Well, speaking of strong laner with Io, there we go. It's exactly what they needed.
Do you like it? When you say it's what they needed, is what they needed good?
I like the Troll. I think they can
10
actually dominate the
seconds
lane now and
remaining.
win, because Io Troll is a very, very strong dual lane. And it's a good
5
matchup against
seconds
TA.
remaining.
It's pretty good against Mars if you eventually build into that Silver Edge. You just break his bulwark and kill him. Makes a lot of sense here. Early BKB as well against Disruptor Snapfire Mars. Very strong pick. Is it just going to be Lina? Or Void Spirit? Come on, 1 for 2. It's got to be. Yeah.
You may now
It's a Void
select
Spirit.
your heroes.
Well, we're on point there. What do you think about this OG draft, Black? How do you think it comes together?
I like it quite a lot now that they picked the Void Spirit. I wouldn't have liked it as much if they picked the Lina, but now it comes together very nicely. You have this Void Spirit who can rotate very easily together with the Mars and Snapfire. There's a ton of team fight they have. And I mean, Spirit definitely will have to split up the map. They have the Io, they have the Storm Spirit, and the Legion Commander. So they have the best heroes to do it. And since it's Spirit, I think they will be able to. So I'm a little bit Spirit biased. Possibly, you know. So I do think Spirit's gonna take this game though.
How about you, Bcop?
I kind of feel the same, but I do like OG's draft. Like Yatoro has to have a really good lane up against that domination of Mars Snapfire. They've gone Miposhka on the Hoodwink, so we'll be Io Legion in the same lane. I'm interested to see how this goes. Like both teams have reach. The Disruptor gives chase potential, get that glimpse into like the kinetic field, as well as having Misha ready with a cookie and everything, or like an arena and a stun. But I'm definitely leaning maybe like 65-35 Spirit.
Very precise percentages there from Bcop.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 67-23. I think that's going to be a great matchup. We've got two of the most exciting teams currently in Dota, OG versus Team Spirit, and we've got two of the most exciting casters to help take us through it. It is Nomad and Lizard.
Thank you very much, Dan and the gang. Yes, we are very excited to get into this one. It's an interesting matchup. It's Team Spirit, the current TI champions, versus the new formation of OG. I mean, I guess prospective TI champions in a way, an organization with two aces behind it. But can they match up here? It would be an amazing start for this roster to take down Team Spirit, wouldn't it, Lizard?
Yeah, it's been a really good start already for OG when you think about it. This new squad, they literally only have Taiga that's experienced. The rest of them are newcomers, and they're already pretty much shaking up the Western Europe. So I think Team Spirit, this won't be an easy one for them.
No chance, no chance. No, they're going to have to bring everything they've got to this one. And they don't want to lose to OG either. They don't want to lose this new team. They're the young team, aren't they, Team Spirit? You know, they've been around for a couple of years now as Yellow Submarine. Then as Team Spirit, you know, they won TI. Everyone's talking about how young they are, but you know, OG on paper, I think they do have a younger age. They're like, hey, we're the new kids on the block. You can't be the new kids on the block. And I don't know. I feel like this is actually a spicy matchup here. A lot on the line for Team Spirit when it comes to pride and stuff. But then again, as a lot of people say, Team Spirit don't play with ego. They're a very humble team. I mean, if you've ever watched the interviews with Miposhka and stuff, you know, he's just such a genuine sounding guy. I don't know, you can't help but love them.
I mean, I played against him back in the day when he wasn't even playing in Team Spirit, and he was always like that. Just a nice guy overall in pubs as well. It can be said for most professional players, or like 50%, but he's on the nicer side. Yatoro is gonna take a lot of damage here.
Not the greatest start to a lane, especially for a troll warlord who likes to kind of dominate the lane. If you start on that regen disadvantage, then that can be the first few building blocks which can affect the lane. Very disappointed in Mapushka here, doesn't have the fancy new cosmetic.
Yeah, he doesn't. I was hoping for it. He did have a salve, however, which he casted on Yatoro, and because of that, he is going to go to the lane healthy. But man, they're doing so much damage to Team Spirit right now. They forced so much regen. Just these two supports being together. It's something that I've seen, and the courier as well, which is carrying regen. I love this play. Like, this is giving them advantage already.
Yeah, what a phenomenal start. Dude, Mapushka's so low here. Is he? He's alright. Yeah, it's a level 1 Thunderstrike. He'll be fine. But my goodness, what a start to the lane here. And, you know, the panel was saying this is supposed to be a dominant lane. A troll warlord. You don't want him to be losing his lane. You pick this hero to do good things at the start of the game.
I mean, it's fine, right? Like, he survived on the Hoodwink, but it's not really fine when you think about it. Like, you'd rather die now if you're a Hoodwink. Just to respawn and bring more regen to the lane. If you look at Troll, he had 0 regen. He didn't buy any. I think this is something that teams will start exploiting as well. If you notice, all carries are starting with like 3 Slippers of Agility and Quelling Blade, or a couple of branches and a Quelling Blade, and no regen, so they punish them for it.
And guess what? His courier's dead as well. I'm guessing that was Tiger who caught that one. Now, I actually noticed that one of them, I'm not sure who, but somebody took a detour back to lane. And I actually think that's what they did. They predicted, well, obviously they checked the Troll's inventory, saw what he was doing, and cut off his courier. Really good start from OG in this bottom lane. Very, very strong.
It's all pre-planned. This ward as well, if you look at it in the Radiant jungle, it all comes down to that, right? Like, it all comes down to this ward is basically to hunt down that first courier. It helps a little bit later on with some rotations, but it's mainly for the core itself.
Oh, and a bit of harassment coming out Tiger's way this time, but he will be alright. And of course, there's still a ton of regen available on these two, but yeah, just the constant battering of the Team Spirit heroes down at bottom. Meanwhile, overall at mid, we do have the Storm Spirit, who's taken a pretty commanding lead. Toronto, Tokyo with 13 last hits to the Void Spirit 7. Does look like there's a wave coming under the tower, but yeah, I mean, it's not great. Oh, Mirror up in the top lane, just going to have to tether himself away. We'll be okay.
Also, what's interesting is that neither of the supports on both sides is going to control
first
the runes.
blood down at bottom. They catch out Tiger. Takes a step too far, trying to get off that Thunderstrike onto the Troll Warlord, and that will be punished by Mapushka.
Damn, that like, this is full lane recovery for Team Spirit.
Yep.
Keep in mind, having 2 supports there on start, you also wasted some of your resources, right? Like mana and whatnot, and Snapfire had to TP top, and he didn't have as much mana as he usually would. And now you also feed the first blood afterwards. Like, yikes.
Yep, that's the reset button pressed by Team Spirit. They're going to be very happy with that one. Let's take a look to our top lane now, because we haven't really focused so much on top. And I do want to see what's going on here. We, of course, have Yuragi playing his classic mid-style heroes in the safe lane. That's what he's been doing right now. But that's what a lot of people have been doing right now with the meta. And Collapse is being very aggressive here, just utilizing that creep aggro to get off those moments of courage. Normal stuff for Imogen.
It's a pretty strong lane for both of these sides. Can pretty much swing either way. Yuragi right now is being... Can they dive him?
They're looking at it. They're looking at it, and that'll be another kill for Team Spirit. The overwhelming odds catching him out in the end there and getting them the kill.
It's Misha, right? He rotated away from the top lane to secure the bounty rune. He did steal it from the Storm Spirit, but because he doesn't have a TP that he used already on the bottom lane, he can't be there on time to save the TA. It's just all these small little things, they come together eventually. Good punish by Team Spirit though.
Ooh. Cookie in. Uragi's taking his turn to be aggressive here, but they're just too damn strong, especially with his overcharge coming. Look at them go under the tower again. Collapse. He's looking for the kill into the Misha, and he's going to find it. Meanwhile, down at bottom, Tiger, nearly gets caught out there, but will be okay. They don't chase due to the threat of the spear, but yeah, Misha's dead up in the top lane. So again, another kill comes coming the way of Team Spirit.
He will TP top. He will heal up Uragi if he bought that salve already.
Bottom Tiger's in some trouble. Maposhka will need one more hit. Actually, they'll give it to Yatoro with that axe, and Maposhka's not going to go down here either. 4 kills for Team Spirit in this laning phase. Goodness me, OG, they are feeling that new start to Titan early on in this game.
Yeah, definitely. It's not something that I expected from this bottom lane, though. Seeing the Disruptor has level 2 Thunderstrike, he had so many mangoes as well. You expect him to be the one that's aggressive, to be the one that's punishing Yatoro's no region strat, but they're catching him. Like this Hoodwink with the level 2 pushback, if you get caught, there's so many slows, so many stuns from the 2 of them that you just fall.
You just die. Misha under the tower, taking some damage. Great cookie through onto the both of them, though. And that is probably going to save the Snapfire's life here. But again, the relentless aggression coming out from Collapse and Mira. Uragi, he is struggling to deal with it here. Those shields not lasting long enough, although the shotgun comes down onto Collapse. So trying to chase him down to Uragi won't quite find the kill on LC. BCM's in the house, though. Can he get himself the kill onto Mira? He's looking for the slightly easier one, but tether back over towards his teammate. Uragi and BZM on the chase. Do they have the damage? I don't think they do. They're now going to have to get themselves back. The rotation isn't a success. And Mira and Collapse.
And the tips.
Yeah.
I mean, that play, it definitely works out for BZM if Collapse doesn't have phase boots. But because he has phase boots, they get so much movement speed over the tether. They're way too fast, way too speedy. Plus he missed the first 80 remnant, so that was a small mistake. And if you look at Team Spirit, like there is no way they feed on this lane any longer unless they dive the tower, get hit by Meld, and get hit by a little Shudder that's not even up. So the most important thing is that you don't get hit by the tower when you lose all your armor, and that's it.
Absolutely. Meanwhile, down at bottom, Tiger's taking a bit of a beating. Oh, look who's coming in the neighborhood. There is Toronto Tokyo looping around the back here, and they're targeting Amar. They want to bring down the big Mars kill. They don't want to go for the stinky support, and they are going to get him. Amar is gone. Tiger trying to limp away, hoping no one spots him on the retreat here. Might get away with it. Maposhka is still looking, but Toronto Tokyo will TP back to mid, of course, has no more mana. Meanwhile, Uragi up in the top lane once again, being beleaguered under the tower. Misha, he's got the cookie, another 2-man cookie from Misha. Gonna hold back the aggression of Team Spirit for now, but the moment they're unstunned, they just keep going. There is no off button on these guys. They're just continuing the aggression. They'll get the kill onto Misha. They'll try and get the return onto Mira, but Mira, his positioning is just too good. Look at him, he's baiting the guy. That's called carrot and stick right there. And they're gonna bring down Uragi as well.
What's happening with OG? It's like the draft isn't that. When you look at these two drafts, they're very similar. Wisp and LC, it's been the staple combination for like 10 years since LC came out in Dota 2, right? Even before in Dota 1. It's strong, but you kind of know what's coming your way. I feel like OG, I'm not sure what's happening, but they're being outplayed on every single lane. It doesn't feel that great. The drafts are fine, but these small little moves in the lanes are like Disruptor feeding bottom, then top lane dying, then Void Spirit not getting a kill on a gank. Meanwhile, everything is working out for Team Spirit at the moment, right? Storm rotating, killing top, killing bottom.
Yeah, it just looks so clean. It just looks so clean on Team Spirit. There looks like a big difference in just how they're executing here. And that is really worrying for OG right now. But, we know this team, whenever they come together, players 5, they can make some magic happen. We will wait for that. But right now, this
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of EG versus Arkosh, when Arkosh went bottom lane, killed Jerax twice, and then just, what happened. So it's very similar.
Come on, don't compare OG to Arkosh. They don't deserve that, listen. That's some humanity.
I mean, in this game, maybe...
No, I know what you're saying.
Maybe there were some rituals or whatnot, stolen their bodies.
Who knows, but yeah, they're going to have to go into mode recovery here on OG. You know, I've got a theory. You know, if you're 16 years old and you've just been taken out of school to go play for some... Oh, hold on. We got a play coming out from OG here, and they're going to be able to grab the push. It's just a position of 5, but, you know, it's their first kill of the game, so we'll give them that.
No, I don't think it's emotions, if that's what you're saying. You're playing versus a TI winner.
Hold on.
No?
We got another kill here as Team Spirit are able to turn around. Okay, so you're 16 years old, right? You've just been invited to go out to play for a pro team. You're taken out of school. What time of the day do you think you're going to be waking up? Because I don't think it's now. I think it's maybe like 5 hours from now.
But they went to school like a month ago or something, right? Or
Yeah,
whatever,
but every
6
time you
months
wake
ago.
up on the weekend from school, you're not
And they
waking
were-
up at 9. You're waking up at like 1 p.m. if it's me. Playing Dota all night.
Okay. I'll play along. Sure, that's the key.
Give the fans their copium, Lizard. They need it.
Sure, that's the copium. Hoodwink right now is just so enabled. One good thing for OG is that they have many ways of catching Miposhka, at least. There's the arena that cuts the trees, there are traps in the woods that...
Radiant's middle
Oh,
tower
BZM.
Maybe in
Doesn't
some
have a lot
trouble
of
here.
mana.
Yeah, completely dry here, trying to make his way out. He's got just enough for one more charge up to the high ground. But Toronto Tokyo, he's just being fueled up by Mira here. Tiger's going to come in, try and help out, but I'm not sure there's much he can do. The right clicks are in and BZM is gone. And now they turn their attention to the next target, but OG, they're rotating a lot of heroes in for this, but as our Team Spirit collapses nearby, but they realize they've caught Mira and they're saying, hey, you know what? It's a worthwhile sacrifice. Goodbye, little Io. We'll get our claws out of there.
I think it's the glimpse that actually saves Storm, right? Because of that glimpse, he goes way too far away from Mars and he can't use the Arena of Blood on him. And now top lane, they're chasing Iragi. There's regen on Storm.
Oh no,
They have detection?
regen.
They do.
Yeah, they're just going to lay down these remnants. That'll be their metal detector. They'll know exactly where they are. Now the duel comes out and Uragi goes down. Oh dear.
I'm just thinking, like, this TA, you need to somehow secure the triangle for her, perhaps make some stacks. He can't be farming the top lane any longer. They just have too strong of a reach. You're playing versus a Storm, you're playing versus an Io with a Relocate. And Legion, well, he doesn't have a Blink. That's a plus. But look at OG, like, they literally have to protect this triangle at all costs. Can they even push tier 1 at this point on the bottom lane?
I mean, they have to try, don't they? But it feels like a very tricky situation. I mean, you've got an Io and you've got a Storm. The ability to just relocate and be anywhere on the map at once is very, very real for Team Spirit. So making any kind of moves, you got to be prepared for at least 3-4 people coming in a moment's notice. It is so hard for OG to play this game right now.
Yeah, but keep in mind that even though you are playing versus an Io and a Storm, you have a Disruptor on your side, and it's one of the best heroes versus that. Like, back in the day, Disruptor, Witch Doctor were always picked, maybe Silencer here and there, but you can greet them into a Static Storm, which could be really nice.
Another factor of this game. Oh, Tiger just a little bit off the mark there. He uses a glimpse, but it's just kind of mistimed. And now, well, it's going to be a bit of an awkward death here for Tiger, unfortunately. Down goes the Disruptor. Yikes.
Yeah, they had a nice plan. Mars was securing the bottom rune, and Taiga was securing the top one. And he wanted to use that Static Storm and catch the Storm, but it was just slightly too late. You know, there's always that forming period of the Static Storm and the cage and whatnot. Yeah, unfortunate. Bottom lane.
Takes a minute, but they do have a Mar here as well on Team Spirit. It's going to be another body on the fire. Oh, neutral creep got it. A small camp creep got it. That is actually impressive.
Mid.
Yeah, BZM trying to play around here. They're actually doing a lot of damage to Mira here. This is actually a kill for OG. But again,
Wait.
It's a support.
He had Tether in that last second. He just, maybe he gave up already. Bottom lane.
Up, long zip in onto Uragi here. Uragi getting taken down pretty damn quickly by the Storm Spirit. No backup coming his way. And this is just going to be a dead TA in the bottom side of the map. And once again, you know, every single time there's a support on Team Spirit dying, it feels like there's a core dying on OG in response, which just is not a good trade.
It's all due to the fact that you're playing versus these heroes that are just so mobile. Just very, very mobile. It's extremely difficult. It looks like OG are feeding a bit, but at this point in the game, it's very difficult to play the game for them.
Sure,
Some deboarding happening by Taiga, and they're moving all heroes bottom.
Yeah,
Boschka.
they want this. So that is just going to be a quick kill onto Maposhka. Very quick kill, actually. And now in comes the Orchid from the Storm. Look at just block the Disruptor straight off the bat. There's the AoE silence gone. Is a buyback available as they unleash the kisses down? Can they catch him out? Misha trying to predict it. Doesn't quite work. And now comes out the Yules to stop that duel, but they're going to get the kill regardless as the Storm jumps back in. Collapse brings down Amar, and now BZM going in deep. He's looking for something here. They might catch Toronto Tokyo. Zip away. They need a little bit more. BZM chasing hard under the tower. Cookie is out. Damage is there, but it's not enough. Toronto Tokyo surviving for now as they bring down another Team Spirit. It is all them in this game, baby. 16-4.
They relocated back. Never mind. They're just healing up Storm. There might be a glimpse from Taiga here. Maybe not. I feel like OG, they need to stop. At this point, like, you're in a situation in which you just have to stop fighting. You have to deal with it. You won't take this tier 1. Not without heavy damages done to your team. What you have to do is just protect the triangle and get whatever you can for Yuragi and hope the Team Spirit will do a mistake, because this is looking like a disaster at the moment. When they were diving bottom, when BZM died to an Orchid under the tier 1, like, some teams would GG out. Mid lane?
They're going for it. They're going for the Void Spirit, and they're going to get him. Again, that duel, just no counterplay there for BZM, unfortunately.
They're just so spread out. Like, they're too greedy for the state of the game that they're in. That's how it feels to me, at least. And now Rosh is going Team Spirit's way. By the way, the dual damage did go Legion Commander's way on the bottom lane when they killed Mars. And now another one on the Void Spirit. He's what, plus 40?
Yeah, that's a plus 40 right there. Roshan will now be in the hands of the Storm Spirit as well. It is just getting a little bit too messy here. Yeah, you said OG needs not to fight, but they might not have an option here as Toronto Tokyo comes barreling down the bottom lane looking for the Disruptor, and he is going to find his prey. Oh,
The moment you
regen the
show
whole
yourself
time as well. Juicy.
Yeah. The moment you show yourself on the map, you will die. You're playing versus Storm, Io, Hoodwink, and the Blink Legion Commander. Mid lane, this is the first trap that I see OG setting.
Oh, it's going to be a double damage, though. It's not going to be easy. Amar, he actually gets blinked upon. They want to make sure they don't get off that arena. BZM does have the Yules and the taunt, but it's not going to be enough, I don't think, to keep Amar alive. He does go down now. Storm just comes ripping forward here. He has absolutely no fears. He's got a Nio. He's got an Aegis. He can do whatever he wants.
I expected them to set up a trap behind the Mars, but instead they just... Instead Mars goes and contests the rune. He thought maybe they can go on Collapse, but... I feel like if you are going to kill anyone on the side of Team Spirit right now, you have to bring your full force. Like, you have to bring all your heroes. You won't be making these 1-2 moves, right? Like 1-2 combinations with Mars plus Snapfire or Void Spirit plus Snapfire, which you could do like at minute 10. You're way too far behind now. And this is what they're doing. They're moving S5 now.
The time for farming is gone. It's time to make some kind of retribution play. Yes, they've got an Aegis. Yes, they have a 10k gold advantage on you, but you need to do something, and BZM's going to start this off with the Yules. Arena comes down. Do they have the control? I think they do. This is going to be, I believe, the first core kill for OG in this game. Celebrate your victories when you get them, I'd say.
Yeah, it's been a while. However, mid lane, there's no Yules.
Long zip in from Mr. Toronto Tokyo, just eliminating BZM in an instant.
Just not that interesting.
And more. Toronto Tokyo is not done. He's looking for more. He finds Amar here. Amar, though, he's got the spear under the tower. Does he have any help coming his way? He does. The cookie's there. All right. Aegis gone. Now they need to deal with Mira is the issue. I'm not sure they can do that. Tiger, he's looking for the Static Storm, but Maposhka is there to stop it. That is a huge play from Maposhka, actually keeping the Storm Spirit alive. And also setting up for a kill is, oh, okay, cheeky little bonk onto Mira there.
Yeah, Yuragi actually finished his Desolator, and because of that he was able to bring Mira really low. So they managed to finish him off. A couple of nice kills for OG, at least they're making some plays. You know, they got the Aegis down, they killed the Legion, now the IO as well. It's not perfect, but it's the step in the right direction.
Yeah, this is a part in the movie where, you know, they've been shot in, like, the arm, but they've managed to get out their belt and tourniquet it off, you know. They're not bleeding anymore, but it's still looking pretty grim.
It's exactly that, you know, when they're fighting and the main agonist is being beaten up real bad, he's laying on the floor and then suddenly someone is talking to him, like he remembers that wife or something.
Yeah.
Father.
Okay, yeah.
I go
Bosnian
dark
movies
here?
are a little darker. Yeah, Bosnian movies are a little darker than us, but I got you.
Are scanning.
OG, once again, they're finding the hope. Jumping in the middle lane with Poshka. It's got to be tempting, but OG, in we go. Yep, they're going to go for it here. Just jumping on the hoodwink. Did cut off that ultimate, but it's not going to do a thing. They will get the kill into the pos 5. Another kill for OG. I mean, it continues, but it does just feel like the next play which Team Spirit make, OG have to be ready for it. And here it comes, the jump in from the Storm, looking for the backlines. Ulti attempted from Tiger there. I'm not too sure what that was on, but they're going to lose a Mars straight off the bat. And with this BKB, the Storm Spirit just seems unstoppable. Going to bring down Misha as well. Meanwhile, BZM being jumped on by Yatoro. Doesn't look like he's got a way out of this as the root comes out. They'll bring down BZM. And yeah, Team Spirit, they're firing on all cylinders. They're going to catch 3, make it 4 as they bring down Tiger as well.
You called it really well. They use that arena, they do kill off Miposhka's little hoodwink, little squirrel, but then they instantly get caught, as they understand. Team Spirit understands. They don't truly have too many resources to play with, and if we jump them with Storm, they can't fight back. These plays look so simple for Team Spirit, and that's because at this point they truly are. You have a BKB on Storm Spirit. It's very difficult to take him down. Do they even have? They don't have anything that goes through it. You have to somehow wish you'll kill him. A single stun.
Yeah, Flower Power probably not going to do it. I do respect what Tiger did in that fight, because, you know, the Storm has to jump him every single fight because of that Static Storm, right? So Tiger's like, okay, if I see him jumping, I'm going to just immediately cast the ultimate on myself because I know he's going to jump for me. Unfortunately, what he didn't realize is that Storm Spirit had picked up his BKB now, therefore he can jump on whoever he wants. He doesn't need to jump on Tiger, so you might think, looking at that fight, what is he? He's casting Static Storm on nothing, you know, I know you guys. But that was his plan, that was his idea. They didn't know about the BKB yet, and that's what sets Team Spirit up for success in that fight.
20-minute mark, and the Storm Spirit is 12-0-6. So
Oh my god.
yeah, he has the BKB. It's not a huge surprise when you look at his score.
Shouldn't be. Ridiculous stuff. Team Spirit just on another level in this game at the moment.
Like, they were pretty much winning the game 4 versus 5 for the first 15 minutes, and now the Troll has joined them as well, as the Troll has the Manta and the Battle Fury. He's not really afraid of any big spells too, because he has saves from the IO and from the Legion Commander. It's like one of these drafts that you really need to shut down early on. Later on, they just have too many saves.
Yeah, 20 minutes in. And can we talk about what an amazing shard game this is for Collapse as well? Anyone who gets arena'd, anyone that gets Static Stormed and Kinetic Field, you know, walk out. Like, just walk out of it with a single W from the Legion Commander. Literally not a problem.
And he
Ridiculous.
has it on exactly on the 20-minute mark. It's
Yeah, it's just way too good. Like, you just countered 2 of the heroes just completely. Toronto Tokyo zipping forward, looking for a target. Tiger going to drop down the ultimate, at least forced out the BKB at the very least as they bring down Misha. And immediately the Troll just looking for more. Oh no, sorry, that's Legion Commander looking for more. Linking past the tower.
So Taiga actually survives just because Toronto Tokyo zips on top of him at the same time that Miposhka uses Bushwhack. So the zip kills all the trees, a little bit of anti-synergy there.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, there was no stun just because of it. He almost died to the right-click damage, but still, yeah, got saved by the friendly Storm Spirit.
Thanks, Storm. Yeah, surviving, but not exactly thriving. Poor old Tiger. Pretty damn poor this game. But not as poor as the Snapfire, actually. The Snapfire's the one who's really, really struggling. Poor old Misha.
Yeah, Misha getting some fluffy hats, you know, you have to work with what you've got. Just tank up a little bit.
Absolutely, yeah. Just get that budget health where you can. Might help you survive.
I have to say, I love the optimism from Taiga, though. I love the Aghanim's Shard and the Aghanims and the Yules queued up.
Because that was all oh my god. You know, you can't blame a guy for having dreams. I've always said that. Oh, it's tempting, it's tempting. Legion Commander, she can't help herself. There is a Mars nearby, but he's not going to get there nearly in time. That is too much damage coming out of Collapse. I don't know how much dual damage there is right now, but they found the Void Spirit down in the bottom lane. He has got the Yules. Will he survive this one? I don't think so. Well timed from Aposhka to bring down the Void Spirit. Meanwhile, Lamar on the run of the top lane. They don't have any more catch for him, though. Jules on cooldown, so for
Radiant's
now, he
middle
will get
tower
back.
is under attack.
Stupid. Brave, but stupid.
One pick off after another. Is there any, like... Give me your optimism. Give me your copium. Your UK copium. How do they come back? What's the play here?
I think their chance of them coming back is similar to a UK player making it to TI, unfortunately. But I still believe, you know, ITB, the boys down in Division 2, I believe. Same way, you know, we could believe in OG here, but it's got to take some spectacular team play and some spectacular sloppiness from Team Spirit in order for them to get rid of this game. Because, I mean, look at the heroes they've got. They've got a Troll with a Battle Fury. They've got a Legion Commander who's already got a ridiculous amount of dual damage. It's going to be a really, really tough game for OG to turn around. But they have good team fight, right? They do have good team fight. Maybe Team Spirit overextend, mess up, give OG the chance to maybe get like an Aghanims on their Disruptor or something. But it's still a long way away.
Yeah, the way I look at it is, it's Team Spirit's game to win or lose, right? If they throw it, then OG can make a small comeback. The problem is, like, you're playing versus... I reiterate it again. You can't even split push that easily, right? You can't really skip waves and whatnot because you're playing versus all these heroes that can get on top of you. So buying time for yourself is difficult. If you do manage to buy enough time for Disruptor, like, he has a Philly Stone, so in about an hour and a half, if he AFKs, he's gonna have a full Aghanims.
Nice. Sweet passive income everyone keeps telling me about on Twitter.
That's it. He invested in the future. So if they do get there, then perhaps you can make a couple of plays. It's possible, very unlikely.
Would you rather take 1 million gold now or 1 Philosopher's Stone? The answer is the Philosopher's Stone. As they jump in here, Yatoro, he's just marching up that high ground. He doesn't care. Jump in for Misha straight on the bat. Chasing him all the way through the team fight with the help of Toronto Tokyo. They will bring him down. That'll be the first kill of the fight. And OG are just trying to scatter. They are not interested. Tiger hiding in the trees, but I mean, you can't even call it hiding. It is just a little bit awkward here as they find the Mars as well. Another hero likely going to go down here as they just take down the big boy. Meanwhile, Yuragi falls as well. Oh my goodness, it is just absolute desolation, and the GGs are called. Yeah, you ain't coming back from that one.
Yeah, I'm
XD.
Can XD? Would you agree that we kind of saw this happening from the tier 1 on the bottom lane when they couldn't take it?
Yeah.
Toronto Tokyo just wrote sorry for this, guys.
Apologizing in the all chat. All right.
Yeah, it's because they were late to the game. That's why. That's 100% the reason. They won't BM. They're not like that. They're kind, nice boys.
I see.
Yeah, the game was rough.